I swear to you, I do not run a cult. I know a lot of gurus and a lot of coaches out there kind of have this culty vibe and culty culture, if you will, and that is not my gig. In fact, that whole idea that I want to bring together a bunch of like-minded people, kind of find a little troublesome, but I will rant about being upset with the word like-minded another day. What I want to talk to you about today, though, is the fact that there's a little bit of cultiness to my community in the fact that we have a kind of strange vocabulary that we all share. And since you are here watching this video, that tells me you're at least a little bit interested in finding out more about me and my work and becoming part of this tribe of changemakers. And so I want to bring you up to speed on a handful of the kind of quirky, strange vocabulary words that we use here in Coach Jennie's world. Guru'd. To be guru'd means that you have just fallen victim to believing in exactly what the gurus have told you are supposed to think and believe. When I say being guru'd, it really is kind of like the after effects of buying into a bunch of stuff that you don't actually believe, but you feel like you have to believe it because, I mean, all the gurus said it. That's what being guru'd is. Infocrack. Infocrack is my tongue-in-cheek term that I use for information products. Now, I'm not against information products. I sell information products. But you know when it's turned into infocrack. You're jumping to it and you're really excited about it. You find yourself taking up another course before you've, implemented the last thing that you learned from the last piece of infocrack that you bought. Hater dance. The tradition of the hater dance goes back many years, and it's one I'm very proud of. The hater dance is simple. As soon as you get a hater in the world, I want you to call me up so that we can dance it out like we're Meredith Grey and Christina Yang on Grey's Anatomy. And the reason for this is because as changemakers, we are shaking the world by its shoulders. We are putting ourselves out there. We're doing something that matters, and not everybody is going to like that. However, so many of my clients over the years have been afraid and dreaded the possibility that there will be a hater out there that doesn't like what they have to do. I say if you get a hater, it's worthy of celebration. So you call me up, we'll hop on Zoom, and we will dance it out to the tune of your choice. No, seriously, I'm not kidding. I love me a hater dance. The bar of resentment. I want you to operate above the bar of resentment, which is a term that's pretty self-explanatory. This is just simply saying this is the level that is the minimum possible level that I'm willing to tolerate. And I want to operate above that because anything below that is just full of resentment and I don't want to be living in that place. Future tripping. Future tripping is when you are trying to solve a problem that you don't frickin' have yet as a way to distract you from what you should be doing right here and now. And it's a way of tripping over some problem that you might have in the future if everything goes your way or if everything goes bad. It's a way that Hilda distracts us from the here and now by making us worry about what could go wrong or what could go right in the future. Changemakers. I've said that word several times in this video already, and I want to explain exactly what I mean by that. A changemaker is simply somebody who is part of my community who wants to change the world in some way. That's all it is. And it just means that you want to make change based on something that matters to you. There's something that you know you can do that can make a difference in the lives of other people. That makes you a changemaker, my friend. And I love that about you. Cathartic shove. Now this is a term that was actually coined by one of my coaching clients way back in the day when she was trying to describe what it's like to be coached by me. Most coaches are kind of known for giving gentle encouragement and sweet nudges and giving you a little push forward towards your goals. That is not how I roll. I like to give what I call a shove. I want to shove you way before you're ready, way outside of your comfort zone. But once you get to the other side of that comfort zone, it's gonna feel cathartic. It's gonna feel really good. It's gonna feel like, that's exactly what I need. That's a cathartic shove. And based on my clients' experiences, you know when you've had a cathartic shove moment or not. Puddle jumping. Puddle jumping is the term that I use to describe when you are trivializing your own accomplishments. The idea is that when you're about to do something that really matters to you, it looks like you're about to cross an ocean. Before you've done something and you're on this side of the starting line, you look at it as though it's this massive ocean filled with unknowns and fraught with danger, and it's a big achievement that you're trying to set out to do. But Hilda has a habit of making us trivialize that experience once we get to the other side of that ocean. And we look over our shoulder as though it was no big deal at all, like we just stepped over a puddle. So I've nicknamed that entire experience as puddle jumping, as a quick shorthand way for us to describe and catch ourselves when we're trivializing our major accomplishments. Rule number 1. Rule number 1 is straight up silly, but it's very important to me, and it's simply this: don't make the coach cry. My job as your coach is to be there and to hold space and to give you a cathartic shove or two to make sure that you're doing everything you can to shake the world by its shoulders. And I can't do that if you make me cry by saying something so sentimental and giving me this beautiful compliment that makes me a little weepy, okay? So, rule number 1 is to not make the coach cry. My clients love breaking this rule. Financial oxygen. I use the term financial oxygen as a way to describe your day job or your side hustle or whatever you're doing to fund your dream. As change makers, most of us have day jobs. Most of us have side hustles. Most of us have ways that we've had to earn an income in order to make our dreams happen. And there's some weird thing out there where we've been gurued into thinking if we're serious about what we want to do, we will leave all of that stability behind and we will just go out and chase our dreams, and it's okay if we're broke. I don't believe in that at all. I believe we all need financial oxygen to know that we are safe so that we can move forward and chase our dreams. So financial oxygen is imperative to fund your dream of changing the world. So there you have it. There are 10 new vocabulary words for you to add to your vocabulary as you're learning about this Hilda stuff with me. As you join my community and become part of my world, these kind of terms are the things that we use as a way to have a laugh about the very serious challenge of having an inner critic. As you can tell, I don't take myself all that seriously, but I do take this work seriously. And terms like this help us to have a shorthand and a shared language so that you can feel like you belong here.